This anonymous-looking book is actually a first edition of Evelyn Waugh's 1950 novel, Helena. It is, however, the presentation issue, being one of about 50 copies printed on handmade paper, larger than the trade book, and in fact signed sent for presentation by Waugh himself. Waugh was very fond of this book, but many people weren't so much. And he was very nervous indeed, you can tell from his letters, when he inscribed this particular copy to Graham, or for Graham, from Evelyn, in October the 1st, 1950. It's a week of publication. And you can tell from this tiny posthumous book label here that this, in fact, was Graham Greene. No two people of, I suppose, English novelists of the century are sort of so wedded as Greene and Waugh. And to have this book sent in trepidation by Waugh to Greene is really absolutely non plus ultra. You cannot get a better association than this. There are two aspects of this which are just great, which is that Waugh wrote to, Greene reviewed the book, and Waugh writes to him and says, thank you for being favourable about my book, and many people have hated it. In the same week, he writes to a friend of his and says, everyone has been beastly about my book. Even Graham was beastly about it. Perhaps if Waugh had seen this particular copy, he would have felt a little bit better, because Greene didn't read this book. He's opened the first signature. Let me show you, actually, it's quite interesting, because this book is so beautifully made. And in an old-fashioned, you can see the pages here have not been cut. See? Just there and there. Which is to say you couldn't read the book. He's read the first chapter, and he's read the last few pages. Just like all of us did when we were cheating at school. It doesn't matter who you are, how great you are, and how important this association and friendship was. Sometimes even the great cheat. What is true, however, is that it is inconceivable that a better presentation copy of this book exists. For information about this and more of Evelyn Waugh's books, please visit the Peter Harrington website and contact us through the contact information there.